Oh, let's go, y'all. This is the one story I wish I didn't have to tell. The room went cold, the fans went silent. And the internet itself seemed to freeze when Jason Lee dropped words nobody ever expected to hear. Words that sent a chill down the spine of every supporter of Chrisean Rock. Words about her baby, Chrisean Jr., the little boy fans have prayed for, rooted for, and watched grow under the harshest spotlight imaginable. Jason Lee didn't come with gossip. He didn't come with messy shade or petty rumors. He came with a warning, a raw and painful truth that shook even the toughest hearts in hip-hop. On his live, Jason revealed that insiders close to Chrisean's circle have been whispering the same terrifying thing, that little Chrisean JR's condition is far worse than the public has been told. And that this baby, this innocent child, might not survive. The reaction was instant. Twitter collapsed under the weight of heartbreak. TikTok timelines filled with crying videos, prayers, and desperate pleas. Instagram flooded with comments like, "No, please God, not this baby, and protect Chrisean Jr. at all costs." And here's the part that makes it even more haunting. Jason didn't just speak on speculation. He hinted at medical documents, inside conversations, and a family secret that has been hidden for months. The kind of truth so dark, so painful, that even Chrisean herself couldn't bring it to the surface. But tonight, it's all coming out. Because the story of Chrisean Jr. isn't just about one baby's fight for life. It's about betrayal, silence, and the devastating reality of what fame can do to a family already on the edge. And before this night is over, you'll understand exactly why Jason Lee's revelation has left the industry in tears. If you've been following the saga of Chrisean Rock, then you know her story has always been a storm. A storm of love, betrayal, triumph, and pain. But nothing compares to the heartbreak surrounding her baby boy. Chrisean Jr. From the moment Chrisean announced her pregnancy, fans knew this wasn't going to be a fairy tale. The father, none other than Blueface, a man whose relationship with her has been nothing short of chaos. Public fights, social media wars, accusations, reconciliations, the world watched every messy chapter play out. And through it all, Chrisean stood firm in one thing, her love for the baby she was carrying. She promised her supporters that no matter how bad things got with Blueface, she would give Chrisean Jr. a better life. But even before he was born, whispers began circling, whispers about stress, health complications, and whether the baby would be strong enough to survive the weight of all this drama. When Chrisean Jr. was finally born, the internet erupted with joy. For the first time, the narrative seemed hopeful. Fans flooded timelines with comments like, "This baby is her fresh start," and "Chrisean finally has someone who will love her unconditionally." But behind the smiles and Instagram posts, insiders claim the reality was far darker. According to Jason Lee, a man plugged into every corner of Hollywood gossip, there were already murmurs in private circles that Chrisean Jr. was battling serious health problems. Problems that Chrisean herself didn't want the world to know about. And this is where the story gets even more heartbreaking. Jason Lee didn't just stumble upon this rumor, says he was directly told by people close to the family, people who had seen the medical struggles firsthand, that the baby might not make it through his earliest years, that his chances of survival were far slimmer than the glowing Instagram stories suggested. It's no secret that Chrisean has faced enormous pressure as a new mother. Between trying to juggle fame, a toxic relationship with Blueface, and raising a fragile baby, the strain has been unbearable. Fans have seen her cry live on Instagram, break down in interviews, and lash out at critics who questioned her parenting. Each meltdown made the whispers louder. Was Chrisean hiding something about her baby's health? Then there's Blueface, who hasn't exactly made things easier. At times, he's appeared supportive. Other times, he's been openly dismissive, posting cryptic tweets about the baby that left fans horrified. And when Blueface was arrested and thrown behind bars, Chrisean was left holding the weight of the world on her own. Insiders claim that stress, the lack of stability, and the constant spotlight have all taken a toll not just on Chrisean, but on little Junior himself. And this is exactly why Jason Lee's revelation hit so hard. Because Jason isn't just another messy blogger. He's a man who's built a career on knowing what others don't. When Jason says something, people listen, because 9 times out of 10, he's right. On his live, Jason explained that doctors had been concerned about Junior from day one. He said there were complications at birth and even hinted that Chrisean had been warned that her child might need long-term medical care just to survive. The way he said it was chilling. This baby's fight is harder than anyone wants to admit. And that's when the panic spread. Because for months, fans thought the worst was over. They thought Junior was growing stronger. They thought Chrisean had turned a corner. But now, thanks to Jason Lee, they were forced to confront a terrifying possibility that the baby might not live to see his future. The industry couldn't ignore it either. Suddenly, blogs, gossip pages, and even mainstream outlets were running with Jason's claims. Jason Lee says Chrisean Jair's health in jeopardy. Heartbreak for Chrisean rocks baby. The headlines came fast, each one darker than the last dot, and the silence from Chrisean, deafening. She didn't deny it. She didn't clap back. She didn't say a word. She only made people believe Jason more. It left the public in limbo. Fans were crying out for answers. Was Jason exaggerating? Was this really as dire as he made it sound? Or was there an even darker truth lurking, one Chrisean simply couldn't bring herself to admit? Because if Jason is right, then this isn't just gossip. This is a tragedy unfolding in real time, and it begs the question no one wants to ask. But everyone is thinking, is Chrisean Rock's greatest joy also her greatest heartbreak? Jason Lee didn't just report, he painted a picture that left everyone gasping. On his live stream, he leaned forward, voice lowered, and said something no fan wanted to hear. I've spoken to people close to Chrisean. People who've seen what's happening behind closed doors. And the truth is, JR's health is in crisis. The internet froze. Jason wasn't playing his usual messy role. He wasn't laughing. He wasn't shading. His tone was dead serious. The insider whispers Jason claimed insiders had leaked conversations between Chrisean and a close family member. In one alleged recording, Chrisean was heard crying, saying, "I don't know what else to do. They keep telling me he's not getting stronger. They keep warning me, but I can't lose him. I can't." The clip was never verified, but Jason swore it was authentic. Fans couldn't believe it. If true, it meant Chrisean had been hiding. Terrifying news for months. Putting on a brave face while privately drowning in fear. The medical documents then. Jason dropped his first bomb. He claimed he had seen medical papers. Not in his hands, but through a trusted source who allegedly snapped photos. According to him, the first shocking twist, but here's where the first twist dropped. The one that left jaws on the floor. Jason said that during his digging, he learned Junior had already been hospitalized twice. Not once, twice. Both times kept quiet from the public. And according to him, one of those times was life-threatening. Jason's exact words sent shivers through viewers. They thought he wouldn't make it that night. That's how close it got, but nobody told you? Nobody told the fans who prayed for him. They covered it up. The revelation hit like a bomb. Fans couldn't process it. All this time while Chrisean was posting happy videos of Junior while she was smiling on live. She may have been covering the fact that her baby had already fought death itself. The emotional fallout. The twist broke people. One viral tweet read, "Imagine loving an artist so much, praying for her baby, and finding out he almost died and we never knew. I'm broken." Another said, "Jason Lee just opened the darkest chapter of Chrisean's life. This isn't tea, this is tragedy." The fan base wasn't just gossiping. They were grieving. It felt like the entire internet was holding its breath, terrified of what else Jason might reveal. cliffhanger within the twist stand. Then Jason ended his live with a cliffhanger. I'm not even sure if I should tell you everything I know, because if I do, y'all won't sleep tonight. But what I will say is this: the story of Chrisean Jr. has only just begun. And it's not just about him. It's about people around him making choices that could decide if he survives. The chat went insane. What else do you know? Jason, don't play with us like this. If it's about Blueface, say it. But Jason didn't say another word. He ended the live, leaving millions of people in total suspense. Fans were left with 3 haunting questions. How bad is JR's condition really? Why is Chrisean kept it hidden? And who around her might be making choices that put the baby's future at risk? The answers weren't clear, but the panic was. The internet wasn't just watching anymore. They were waiting. Jason Lee's first bombshell had already shattered the internet. But what came next turned this heartbreaking story into pure chaos, because Jason wasn't done. He came back on another live stream, eyes burning into the camera, and said, "Y'all think this is just about a baby's condition? No, this is about betrayal, silence, and a cover-up that goes deeper than anyone wants to admit." The leaked messages Jason then claimed he had text screenshots between Chrisean and a relative, allegedly her mother. In the texts, Chrisean poured her soul out, "Mom, they don't understand. The doctors say he's weak. Every time I think he's better, something happens. I can't let the world know. They'll say it's my fault." The alleged replies were chilling. "You need to stop posting him so much? Protect him, Blueface don't care, but you better." Whether real or not, these texts went viral instantly. Fans reposted them with captions like, "She's been crying for help the whole time and the family knew and stayed silent." The betrayal. Then Jason dropped the second twist. Betrayal from within Chrisean's own circle. He said someone close to her had been leaking updates about JR's condition. Not out of concern, but for money. Allegedly, a former friend sold private hospital details to gossip sites. Packaging the pain of a baby for clicks and cash. Jason's exact words were sharp. "Somebody she trusted is selling her out. That's why I even know half of this. They gave it to me because they wanted a check." Fans erupted in fury. Twitter threads exploded with names, theories, and accusations. Who could it be? Cousin? A friend? Someone from her reality TV crew? The paranoia spread like wildfire. Blueface, backlash, and then, as if things weren't already bad enough, Jason revealed that Blueface allegedly refused to sign certain medical consent papers. Papers that would fast-track JR's care. He claimed Blueface said, "That's on her, not me. I ain't paying for nothing unless I know it's serious." Fans lost it. The anger toward Blueface reached nuclear levels. Hashtags like #BluefaceMonster and #ProtectChrisEangr trended overnight. One fan tweeted, "This man is choosing money over his own son's life. Unforgivable." Another wrote, "Chrisean's fighting alone. Blueface is the villain of this story." The industry responds. The industry couldn't stay silent. Summer Walker posted a broken heart emoji with the words, "Protect that baby." Cardi B went live and said, "I don't care what beef they got. No baby should be suffering." What Jason's saying is true? That's disgusting. Nicki Minaj liked a tweet that read, "Chrisean don't deserve this pain." Even celebrities outside of music spoke out. Tamar Braxton wrote, "As mothers, we gotta pray for her. No one knows that pain unless you lived it." The story wasn't just gossip anymore. It was a rallying cry. The shocking reveal. And then Jason delivered the real hammer. He claimed that during one of JR's hospital stays, doctors allegedly warned Chrisean that if his condition didn't improve, he might not make it past his second birthday. The words echoed across every platform. Not make it past his second birthday. People broke down online. Comments turned into a flood of crying emojis, Bible verses, and desperate hopes. The idea of such a tiny baby fighting such a huge battle crushed everyone. Jason's voice trembled when he said it. They told her to prepare herself, okay? And that's why she's been so erratic, so emotional. She's living every day like it could be his last. The cliffhanger, but just when fans thought they had heard it all. Jason leaned in and left the internet on fire with one final line. And trust me when I say this, there's someone very close to Blueface who knows the whole truth. Tay, and they're about to talk. When they do, y'all will see this story in a whole new light. The comment section exploded. Who? Is it his mom? Jason, you can't drop that and leave. Jason ended the live there. No names, no details. Just silence and a million unanswered questions. And now fans aren't just heartbroken. They're terrified. Because if Jason's words are true, then Chrisean Jr.'s fight for survival isn't just against illness. It's against betrayal, neglect, and a family war threatening to tear him apart. And the world is left asking, who's about to expose the final truth? And will it come too late to save Chrisean Jr.? The moment Jason Lee's second bombshell hit, the internet didn't just react, it erupted. Within minutes, timelines turned into battlegrounds, fan bases clashed. And the entire industry was forced to pick a side. The social media wartwitter turned into chaos almost instantly. Fans of Chrisean, calling themselves Rock Nation, flooded the platform with prayers, artwork, and emotional posts. We ride for Chrisean. Protect JR at all costs. Jason's words broke me. I'm crying like this is my own family. But Jason Lee's critics accused him of crossing the line. This isn't gossip. This is a baby's life. Jason needs to shut up. He's exploiting tragedy for clicks. The hashtags told the story of division. Hashtag pray for Chris, EANGR, hash Jason went too far, hash protect Chris, EAN, hash cancel Blueface. It wasn't just noise, it was war. TikTok meltdown and TikTok. The story became a phenomenon. Emotional reaction. Videos of fans sobbing while listening to Jason's clip went viral. Creators stitched together footage of Chrisean's past breakdowns with Jason's revelations. It's creating heartbreaking edits captioned, "She's been crying for help all along." One TikTok with over 15 million views showed a montage of Junior smiling, with soft piano music over Jason's voice saying they told her he might not make it past his second birthday. The comments section was a flood of tears and prayer emojis. But not everyone was supportive. Some creators blasted Jason for airing private pain. This isn't tea, this is trauma. Jason, stop playing God. The debate raged. Was Jason brave for exposing the truth or cruel for profiting off it? Instagram turned into a digital vigil. Under every photo of Chrisean and Junior, the comments read like a prayer wall. You're not alone, mama. God is bigger than any doctor's report. We believe in miracles. But on Jason Lee's own Instagram, it was war. Half the comments praised him. Thank you for telling the truth, while the other half cursed him out. This ain't your story to tell. Celebrities way in the industry couldn't stay silent. Summer Walker reposted the prayer hashtag with crying emojis. Cardi B went live nearly in tears, saying, I know we messy out here, but this is a baby. Y'all pray for that baby. Meek Mill tweeted, if you a dad and you're not stepping up for your kid, you're not a man. Period. Some voices pushed back, not at Chrisean, but at Jason Lee. Whack 100 blasted him on Clubhouse. You don't use a baby for clout. That's a line you don't cross. Boosie Bodice tweeted, Jason Lee, dead wrong. Y'all stop clicking that man's links. Even celebrities outside of hip-hop joined in. Tamar Braxton begged fans to show compassion. Kik Palmer tweeted, protect black women, protect black children, period. The culture wasn't just watching. It was splitting apart. The media spiraled mainstream. Outlets jumped on it immediately. TMZ ran with the headline, "Jason Lee says Chrisean Jr.'s life at risk." Rolling Stone asked, "Did Jason Lee cross a line?" The Shade Room posted Jason's clip with the caption, "Prayers up for baby Junior." Racking up 100K comments in under 24 hours. Podcasts and radio shows dissected every angle. On The Breakfast Club, Charlemagne said, "Jason might have just told the hardest truth, but the way it hit, that was nuclear." DJ Envy shook his head. "There's no going back from this. That baby's story is now public forever, public forever." The industry divide behind the scenes. Whispers in the music industry grew louder. Some insider said Jason was brave, that he was shining light on the dark side of fame where babies suffer in silence. Others said he was done, that he crossed the one line you never cross: children. Rumors spread that Chrisean's management team was considering legal action, exploring whether Jason had broken privacy laws by exposing alleged medical info. Jason, of course, laughed it off, saying, "You can't sue the truth." But the threat was real, and it only added gasoline to the fire. The cliffhanger and here's where the reactions turned from emotional to terrifying. Insiders began hinting that Jason Lee wasn't the only one with receipts. Allegedly, another major media figure had their own stash of leaked info about Chrisean Jr. and was waiting for the right time to release it. The rumor spread like wildfire. Was another expose about to drop? Was Jason Lee just the opening act in a bigger media circus? The whispers left everyone on edge. Fans begged for peace, but deep down, they knew the storm was only building, because now it wasn't just Jason Lee versus Chrisean's pain. It was Jason, the fans, the media, the industry, and whoever was about to step in next. And the scariest part? Nobody knew if Chrisean herself would finally break her silence, or if she'd let the world continue spinning without answers. Jason Lee had already broken hearts. It already ripped the internet in two. But what he said next, no one was prepared for. Because Jason didn't just leave it at leaked texts, insider whispers, or vague warnings. He claimed there was one more layer, one more revelation, and it was the darkest of all. The third bombshell on a late-night stream. Jason leaned in, voice shaking, whether from nerves or pure drama, nobody could tell. He whispered, "This isn't just about Junior being sick. This is about why he's sick. And I need y'all to understand, somebody in that house made choices that put him at risk." The internet went into meltdown. What did he mean? Was he accusing Chrisean? Was this about Blueface or someone else entirely? Jason refused to name names, but he doubled down. "I've seen things, I've heard things, and the truth is, Junior didn't just get unlucky, he was failed." The alleged cover-up then came the most chilling part. Jason hinted that medical staff had allegedly raised concerns during JR's early hospital visits, but those concerns were ignored. According to him, a nurse allegedly told the family that GR needed specialized treatment immediately. But delays, arguments, and disagreements behind the scenes cost precious time. Jason said, "Somebody chose pride over action. And if you think I'm lying, wait until the real documents come out. They exist." The internet gasped. Was Jason suggesting that negligence, not just illness, was part of JR's struggle? The Blueface angle, and of course, Jason couldn't resist dragging Blueface deeper into the fire. He hinted that Blueface's lack of involvement wasn't just emotional neglect. It may have had direct consequences, Jason claimed. When you're more worried about protecting your image than protecting your child, you don't deserve the title of father. The backlash against Blueface skyrocketed. Fans declared him canceled forever. Others demanded Chrisean cut ties completely, insisting, "Your baby can't survive if you keep him around." The family division and then the twist within. The twist. Jason claimed that not everyone in Chrisean's family was united. Allegedly, one relative, someone